The only thing that I think might hold him back, and I said this, and I will continue to say this, is Colorado's win-loss record. You got to go back to Paul Hornung in the 1950s for the last Heisman Trophy winner who was on a losing football team. Okay? First, let me underscore, Colorado's not a losing football team, right? They are 4-1. I'm getting there, but let me. You have to be such a talent to not be on a championship team, meaning conference championship or otherwise, to win this award. And then, for the most part, you got to be the coldest skill player walking. Because this is a quarterback and running back award. That's what this is. We give this to the best quarterback on the best team. We give this to the best running back on the best team. Just depends on what football looks like during that era. If you run the football and stars with running backs, probably going to be a running back that gets this. I don't see a world in which Ron Dayne wins a Heisman Trophy anymore. I just don't. You got to be Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson was on an 8-4 team at Louisville 2016. He won the Heisman Trophy. Finishing second, Baker Mayfield at Oklahoma. Finishing third, D.D. Westbrook at Oklahoma. Third was Deshaun Watson. My bad. No, second was Deshaun Watson. Third was Baker. Fourth was D.D. Fifth, down the line. My goodness, we got to get to, I want to say ninth is Christian McCaffrey. I had this stat last night. Why does it escape me now? I will find it. Or somebody in the chat is going to find it, and they're going to correct me, and that'll be okay. The point that I want to raise here is he's got to be outstanding. And I think this is enough, but I don't know that, let's say they get to 5 wins, which will be the most that they've had in some time. But if they go 5-7, I don't think Heisman voters are watching enough football to really understand. Because the other thing about Travis Hunter that we don't talk about from an analyst standpoint is who is tracking both his receiving stats and his defensive stats, because they're not playing, right? Like if you subscribe to Pro Football Focus, you have this, right? If you subscribe to any advanced analytics in college football, you have this. But I don't think that there are Heisman voters that start watching college football in earnest until November. And it sucks. It really does. It sucks. Because I watch this stuff at somebody else's wedding. You know? I care about it. I don't have a vote. Fine. Whatever. The point that I'm raising there is I shouldn't need to be stomping up and down in September for people to be watching Colorado play football. They should be there because of what Travis is doing. Because of what Shedeur and Travis are doing. Because it's what we do as purveyors of the sport. It's the job. It's to go, you see that over there? That's never happened. Here's the examples of what it might look like it did. I don't see that from many Heisman voters, and I think that should be part of the job, man. If you can't tell me what Travis Hunter did the night before, you don't know where to find it, take his vote. You know, and that's all down the line, by the way. Like, I genuinely believe that. There are some people that have votes for some of these rankings that don't need to have them. I do a top 25 at Fox Sports week in, week out. One of the most read things on the website. Take a lot of pride in doing it. Take a lot of pride in trying to get it right. If that's not what you're doing, then stop talking to me. I hate that. So, Colorado is in a space where they probably need to get ranked for some of these lesser Heisman voters, if you will, to take notice of what the hell it is they're doing. And there are only 60 people that get to vote for the AP Top 25. And, of course, there are those of us that participate in other Top 25s, and then I make my own. I think with a win against Kansas State this week, it can happen. It can happen. And that would be the first time that they are ranked in back-to-back seasons, I think, since like 2016, 2017. I got to go look that stat up before I say it full up, and that I think I'm right about it. But I'm looking at it, and I'm asking myself, what would it take for us to believe in Colorado, for us to believe in the defense? Like, excuse me, it's not this week. It is Kansas State for them is, as I look this up on the show, October 12th. So same day. OU Texas. So, yeah, I'm going to be watching it, but it's going to be on the second screen. It's going to be on the second screen, but I'm going to be watching it. You know, I got the YouTube TV. I got the quad screens like everybody else. You know, we stay up with the new age. But let me see. What else do they – because they got great games left. It's that Utah game as sexy as it once was. They're on a bye this week. Okay, so they get to get healthy. Great. So we're going to have to wait at least 2 weeks before we can talk about them being a top 25 team. Cool. But they could do it. And going into the season, I didn't think that was going to happen. There's a lot of, shall we say, rambunctious Colorado fans that think that's some sort of win. Nah, dog, it's not. You're not going to have me out here looking like no Yahoo. Nobody else out here looking like no Yahoo. Just like them two dudes that ranked Vanderbilt with number 1 in the SEC to start the preseason. That's ridiculous. It's stupid. But when the facts change, the opinion changes. Okay? That's what we're doing here. The facts are they're 4-1. They have a loss to a Nebraska team that was ranked, right? And got to be ranked based on mostly what they had done up into and after Colorado, and then lost to Illinois. Came back, beat Purdue. Okay? Still a good football team with a winning record. As long as Nebraska keeps winning, Colorado's loss looks better and better. Now we have people that genuinely believe that they're going to be a Big 12 title contender, and I don't see where they're wrong. Mostly because I watched what Utah didn't do against Arizona. I watched what Arizona didn't do against Kansas State, and I watched what Kansas State didn't do against BYU, and I still don't think that BYU is great, even as they're undefeated 5-0. It's wide open over there. Kansas is not good. I thought Kansas was going to be great this year. Kansas is not good. They're trying to figure it out. Oklahoma State, I thought they were going to be great this year. They're not good. Like, as bad as it might be to be an Oklahoma fan, it ain't as bad to be an Oklahoma State fan. You know what I'm saying? One loss in the SEC for Oklahoma in his first year. Gets his first SEC road win. Has to pivot to the true freshman starter at quarterback, and it's still okay. It's fine. Oklahoma State, they returned everybody from that offensive line. And Ollie Gordon, they can't run the football. They can't run the football, and they can't stop people running the football. Do you realize they've given up over 180 yards rushing to back-to-back tailbacks, back-to-back weeks from Utah and Kansas State? Whew, that's tough. So when you see those sorts of losses from teams you didn't expect to be losing at this juncture in the season, yeah, it's there for Colorado. I think that it's going to stay there for Colorado until such time as they lose. And right now, feels like it's a fair fight between them and Kansas State. Feels like that's going to be one of those that we're all really looking forward to. And as much as I thought that the Colorado bit was going to start to take a dive because perhaps the shine had come off of it, they weren't going to win as many games, it's right back to where it was, dog. That boat is still sailing right along, and it looks good going into the month of October, which is really, really cool for the sport, really, really cool for Colorado fans that have been craving winning, but some of y'all need to learn to act right. And I don't need to name no names on that because that's individuals that don't cover the sport. But some of y'all new money. Some of y'all coming from the NFL like you know what you're talking about, and you don't. Just saying, you need to be around here just a little bit, figure out a little bit about how you used to be a Big 12 team, and you wasn't that good when you were a Big 12 team. Not in the latter years. That's why you left. That's why you went to Pac-12. Some of y'all forgot that Cordell Stewart was your best player before Travis. And I'm including Rashawn Salam in there. Hell yeah, I'm including him. Y'all didn't have Cordell Stewart. Y'all didn't have much. And before that, Eric Bieniemy, national championship. His team, sorry, man. UCLA's sorry.